Alright guys, this is Cam, Oregon Neck Guy. Just had a little something I want to talk to you guys about today. Kind of just a chat, I think. I'm going to move some of these out of the side. I'll talk about these in a minute. So, what we have here in all of these choices right here are knives that I found in either secondhand stores or antique stores. As you can see, I found a lot of good loot in the secondhand stores or the antique stores. This old Imperial, it's a 50s, just a little medium jackknife. Most of these did need quite a bit of cleaning when I first got them. This is an old Seneca cutlery. I haven't done a lot of research on this knife, so I don't really have a lot of info for you about it, but I know it's old. It's got these tiny bolsters. This is another one. Don't know who made it. Cigar pattern knife, 2-blade, nice blades. I know it's old. Don't know who made it. It's got a patent number, made in the USA, but no maker's mark. If anybody knows who made this knife, hit me up. Right here, we have a 1960s Case Whittler. I found this in a little secondhand store in Coos Bay, and they were asking $5 for this knife because it had a little bit of rust on the blade. Well, the blades were pretty heavily rusted. As you can see, this is just a sweet piece. It's another 50s Imperial. Different style. It's their serpentine jack, I would call it. It's got like the muskrat clip and the pin. This is one of the ones that I mirror polished and then did my gun bluing technique on. It's another older Barlow Imperial. This is their I don't know, I think this is 50s or so. I'll double check with Tobias and check. Now here's one that I have a little info on. This is a Robeson. It's an equal end penknife in mother of pearl, spear blade, manicure blade on the other side. This knife dates back to the 20s, and I found this in the local pawn shop, and that's what they wanted for it. They asked $20 for this knife. I swooped it so fast. It also had rust on the blade. I didn't have to do any reprofiling on this one like the Case. Maybe needed a little bit on this manicure tip, but I'm not going to do anything to this knife other than I did clean it. It had some rust. I sanded it down to a pretty well mirror polish. One of the gems in my collection right here. I know I did a video with this in it, but this is a 2008 Remington veteran knife, or the one-arm razor. Pretty sure this was made by Baron Son. Pretty good quality knife. For a hollow ground razor blade, it really isn't as thin as you would expect from a traditional knife. Kind of fat stock, and then it also just doesn't get that thin behind the edge. It almost feels like it gets fatter right behind the edge. Like if I sharpened it another 1/8 of an inch, it might be thinner behind the edge, which is really odd way to grind a knife. And that's pretty much that's a lot of the one. I mean, I have a big collection of camp knives that I found, and you know, lots of other loot. This I did not find in a pawn shop. This my wife bought me on vacation. This is a Legul, and I'm not gonna say the second part. It's a leg oil, is how you say it. But the second part is in Abrak or something. It's got the bull's head on the tang in Damascus and juniper burl. You can see the bee on the back. Love this knife. Memories. This is a good one. This is a good souvenir from our last vacation. Other than that, I just want to ask you guys if you comment, what do you guys want me to do on here? I have a lot of, I have a lot of modern knives. I have a lot of traditional knives. Would you be interested in seeing my old camp knives? Or you know, or what do you like the most? You want just me to do the new acquisitions, or do you guys want to see some of these older ones that I pick up when I pick them up? That's kind of the only reason I was going to making this video, just to kind of see if anybody was actually watching and if you guys had any opinions on how you want me to do that. My boy wanted to say some stuff to some people out there, that anyone who thinks a traditional knife is dangerous, and he's going to come over here real quick and then he's going to demonstrate, well, just what he has to say about this traditional knife thing and how people think they might close on their hands. Now go ahead and talk. This is my boy, Evan. So you can see his hands are a little bit smaller.
So with knives, people that actually know how to use them, not to be mean, but when you use them, you're pushing down, which I can't pull it back. It can only move down that way. Some knives are stiff, so they can't, so it's not very easy for them to move like that, but...
So what's the point you're trying to make it? When you're cutting with a traditional knife, as long as you put the sharp edge towards what you're cutting and you push down, then it can't close on your hand.
Because you're pushing against it, and it can't go like, you know. So, people that think knives are dangerous, knives are not dangerous at all, unless you're not using it right.
That's perfect. I think that's where we'll call it, right there. So yeah, that's what's up, guys. If you, whatever you think, give me some comments. Let's see what you want to see. Do you want to see all my old treasures that I pull out? I have tons more. I mean, I pick up some junker almost every day. This, I don't find the gems as often as I'd like, but I definitely get a lot of knives in this condition. I've got 3 or 4 of these that were all in really good condition. I mean, these aren't terribly old, 50s or so. But in the last, in the last year of this quality, I think I've found 2 or 3, I don't know if you'd call this Case Whittler that quality, but that's one of my gems. And hey, I'll be right back. There's one I forgot. This, I actually don't know if I've put this on any videos yet, but this is a Remington Barlow. Early 20s. Nice bone covers. Clip blade is in decent condition for its age. This is another one of those. I picked this up in an antique store, and I believe it was sitting right next to a knife like this, but in a little bit rougher condition. This one didn't have a price tag on it, but the Imperial Barlow said $5. And so when I asked the lady what she wanted for this knife, And I told her straight up, oh, there's my cat. And I told her straight up that the Imperial wasn't worth as much, but this knife had some value, right? And she said, hey, no price tag, I will take $5. So early 20s, Remington, $5. I just love antique stores. So that's it. That's me from Oregon. I'm out.